I hope you all are doing great. I made this video to clear any misconception about treasure. This is all based on my opinion and the information I know about them since I started standing them. You all are free to correct me if there is any misinformation in this video. Let's start with Yoshi and Asahi are replacements. Since Yoshi and Asahi are the only members who were not in YGTB Treasure 13 finals, it doesn't mean that they are a replacement of the trainees who were included in the finals. During the announcement of new lineup, many rumors were circulating in different social medias and some of them believed by fans. YGE only posted that they will be announcing new names for the new lineup, which is Magnum, without further explanation and what kind of criteria they used on choosing the new lineup. The only thing I know was they chose the new lineup from the remaining 21 trainees and not the remaining trainees from YGTB finale. That's why Yoshi and Asahi were chosen, not just replacement. They are both talented individuals and they both deserve the spot. We didn't know what happened in YGE building after YGTB finals, so please stop saying they are a replacement. Next misconception is treasure riding on their seniors' fame. First, it is not YG's thing to use their other artists' fame just to promote their new artists. They let their new artist to make their own image and succeed without relying to the fame of their seniors. And yes, their seniors promoted them on their SNS, but isn't that normal for the artists within the same company to support each other? They didn't even have interaction though. Which I wish they have. Second, some of Treasure members are already famous even before they appear on YGTB. Some of them appeared in a different survival shows during their trainee days and gained a lot of fans. During YGTB, they made themselves known all around the world through their talents. They are not even a group back then, but the members already has a solid fanbase. Third, we will always be thankful to Treasure's seniors for paving the way, but let's not forget that Treasure has a lot to offer. They are more than just their seniors' hubes. Another misconception about Treasure had it easy because of Big 3 privilege. I always hear this every time YG artists or one of Big 3 artists achieve something. Before they became a trainee in those labels, you did not know how many auditions and trainings they've been through, and I think it's not Big 3 artists' fault that your fave didn't made the cut and wasn't able to debut in these Big 3 companies. Not because Treasure came from YG doesn't mean they had it easy. If you watched Survival Show from YG, you'll know what I'm talking about. Artists from YG didn't just wait for their debut to come. It's not sit back, relax and enjoy thing. Yoshi had to battle his best friend even though they want to debut together, but he had no choice.
저도 이해해야 되는데 마히로가 저는 것도 보고 싶지 않고, 근데 가족 생각하면 절대 탈락하면 안 돼서.
Yoshi and Mahiro performance was one of the best yet most heartbreaking part of the show. Asahi got eliminated during 2x2 elimination round and thought it was the end for his dream.
음악이 없으면 살 수 없으니까 좀.
Mashi has been learning different kinds of dance since he was a little boy. Haruto had to live in a country away from his family at the age of 13. Hyun-suk and Jungkyu joined Mix9, which gave both of them scars. Jungkyu losing his confidence after being eliminated from the show and his struggle to get it back makes me tear up until now. Hyun-suk making it to the debut lineup, but unfortunately debut was cancelled due to the misunderstanding between the companies who were part of it. After a year, they both joined another survival show, which is YGTB, and you will see how both of them were desperate to debut.
많았던 것 같아요. 육체적으로 힘든 것보다 정신적으로 힘든 게 가장 연습생하면서 힘들었던 것 같아요.
I still remember during YGTB, every time Hyun-suk failed to get into Treasure group, he always think that he was not good enough even though he's doing his best.
잘 안 되니까 답답하죠, 죽겠어요. 진짜 데뷔하고 싶은데 못할까 봐 그 좀 걱정이 돼요.
Since Yedim was already famous even before being a trainee in YG, most people think that his spot in the debuting team was already fixed, but they didn't know the hardships he went through for 8 years being in the dungeon. How many assessments he has to prepare every month while being a student. The sadness he felt seeing his teammates that he trained for too long leave the company and wasn't able to debut. People always think he made it easy cause Yedim always made it look like it was easy. Doyoung auditioned on YG for 3 times and finally at his 3rd attempt he got accepted, and take note that he was just 11 years old at that time. Jihoon had to leave YG during his trainee days cause YG think he's not improving anymore, but thank God YG made one of the best decision in his life and brought Jihoon back and let him join YGTB. Jaehyuk was one of the most hated members since he was announced as part of the debuting team, for he has the least training period. During YGTB, it's true that compared to the other trainees' talents, technique, and experiences, Jaehyuk was nothing, but that doesn't mean that he's not capable of becoming great. Jaehyuk cried a lot in YGTB, but you won't see him doubt himself. Instead, he worked hard, got recognized by YG, and had chance to compete in YGTB finale.
저의 장점들을 제가 가장 잘 알고 있으니까 단점은 보완하면서 장점들은 무슨 일이 있어도 꼭 많이 보여드리고 앞으로 재혁이 열심히 할 거니까.
The Iksan brothers also didn't had it easy. Jeongwoo struggled a lot because his competitor has a more experience and was trained for years, which pushed him to go beyond his limit and face the best trainees in the company.
있을까라는 조금 그런 것도 있는 것 같아요. 지금까지 제가 선생님께 배우면서 많이 느는 모습을 보여드리지 못했는데 많이 늘었다고 해주셨을 때 갑자기 눈물이 고이는 거예요.
Youngwon was also doubted as treasure member since he didn't train that long. Most of the trainees during YGTB think of him as an easy target cause his dance technique was still weak at that time, but Armani didn't back down and faced them without hesitation. Even before Treasure's debut as a group, they already faced circumstances when their debut got postponed that made the other fans leave the fandom because of the uncertainty. They also lost one member during those times. Stop invalidating Treasure's hard work every time they achieve something. They are working on it since they were trainees. They deserve everything they have now after years of waiting to finally debut. Stop pulling the big 3 card cause Treasure debuted when YG was at their lowest, in terms of reputation, because of the series of scandals. They are not entitled for that card.
I just like the sound of it.
Gang, 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 we the best, best. moving boy, yeah, the sex, sex. 지금 뻗어, boy, run, but the test, test. 우리 지금 벌거 뒤로 넌, you can chest, chest. 맞아, 우리 하는 게
Gang, 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 we the best, best. moving boy, yeah, the sex, sex. 지금 뻗어, like boy, run, but the test, test. 우린 지금 벌거 뒤로 넌, you can chest, chest. 맞아, 우리 나를 위를 달려.
Berry on the top, 4번 타자 등판, 말로 홈런, home.
Treasure is making their own history. They may not acquire what their seniors have done during debut days, but they are achieving what their seniors didn't achieve. A 2-month-old rookie group already sold 500,000 albums, given the fact that YG is known for not having a big physical album sales. If this is what you called flop, I don't know anymore. If you don't like Treasure or their music, then don't listen and leave them alone. No one is deserved to be called flop though. We all have our taste and preferences in music. K-pop supposed to be enjoyable and fun. K-pop is not a competition. They all worked hard to debut. They are all working hard for their music. All K-pop groups deserve to be respected.